Welcome back to the Synergy Podcast. My name is Brady Jennings. I'm here with my co-host Dylan Totes.
Hello.
Lario Quagattle.
You scrounging for food?
And Tayton Castle.
Hello.
My producer. Today we've got a little bit of talk about substance abuse and obviously why it's bad. Tayton had an interview with Carolyn Weets with the Clinton Substance Abuse Council, and we'll plug that in here. First off, we got joke of the day and then drink of the day.
Alright. How do you make an egg roll?
Push it.
Wait.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. How did you get that? Yeah.
Wait, what? I don't get it.
How do you make an egg roll?
Oh, because it rolls. Push your egg roll?
Yeah.
That's a dumb joke.
I said push it. He goes, wait, because it rolls. Like what, bro?
Yeah.
I don't get it. So,
What do you mean you don't get it?
how do you make an egg roll? Oh, oh.
You're a genius.
Alright, drink of the day.
Shoot, man. Shoot.
Cherry Bomb Frost. C4. New flavor. Yum.
I had an orange bubbler.
I had a white monster, but it's gone. So we'll get right into this. See you guys in a bit.
Carolyn Weets from the Clinton Substance Abuse Council. Good morning, Carolyn.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Great. How are
That's
you?
Good. I'm great. So this is a really cool experience that we have. Carolyn came into the office last week before we left for finals break to talk about what she does with the Substance Abuse Council. She had a little proposition for us to go to the Capitol building in Des Moines. Sadly, none of us were able to make it to that, but I'm sure that was a really cool experience. If you want to touch on that, that'd be awesome. But yeah, we'll get right into this little interview we have. First off, what do you do with the Substance Abuse Council?
Well, I'm a addiction prevention specialist. So my job specifically, I work under a grant that helps to, the goal is to help reduce prescription drug misuse in Clinton County. And that is for ages 12 to 25. And while it doesn't seem like an obvious problem in our community, many times people that eventually turn to more illicit drug use, heroin, methamphetamine use, many times start with prescription drug misuse. And the youth in our county are telling us that not only is it easy for them to get pills, prescription drugs, either in their home or other people's homes or just, from friends,
Right.
but they also don't see that it's a big deal if they're using it in ways other than how it was prescribed.
Yeah,
And so that's a problem,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can get prescription drugs for a lot of things. I mean, I have them just for seasonal allergies, so it's like they're available to anybody, which is kind of sad, but also they're obviously needed for different medications. So
Yeah, and so there's three main categories for the most abused prescription drugs, and those are opioids, which is pain medication, stimulant medication, so medication used for ADHD or weight loss, those types of medications, and then also benzodiazepines, which are medications used for anxiety and depression. And so the misuse and combination of some of those can be very dangerous, and also they're all have the potential for being highly addictive.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So then before we started this, you touched on there's different cities or towns, they have different substance abuse councils, and they touch different, I guess, categories, like you mentioned earlier, how you deal with prescription drugs like opioids. What do the other places deal with?
So we are Clinton Substance Abuse Council, and under that umbrella, we have Comanche DeWitt Coalition, which is a very active youth organization, obviously in Comanche and DeWitt, and their main focus is marijuana use and alcohol use in young people. They also touch on vaping and things like that now. The other coalition that is under that umbrella of CSAC is Gateway Impact Coalition, and they are they touch other substances as well, but like prescription medication, opioids, alcohol, marijuana, they do a lot, but it's just in the city of Clinton. And then CRUSH, I don't remember what the acronym exactly is, but
fine.
it's focusing, initially it was started to focus mostly on heroin use in our community, but has expanded. So they also touch on methamphetamine and things like that, prevention, and mostly preventing overdose death. which is another goal of my grant, is to reduce the number of overdoses in our county.
Absolutely. Okay, so yeah, that's great. I mean, it's all over the Clinton County area. So then, going into your perspective, how you mentioned you guys got to go spend some time at the Capitol. Is it called Day on the Hill?
Actually, it's coming up still.
Oh, it's coming up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
February
okay.
13th.
My
That's all
dates
right.
are all messed up.
That's okay. And actually, it's a great opportunity for some of your listeners maybe who next year might want to take advantage of
Yeah,
this.
that's where I was eventually getting.
Yeah,
So, I'm
so
happy you
the
got
kids
that.
in our whole county, we mostly it's kids from Comanche DeWitt, and also Clinton. We charter a bus to go out to the Capitol, where we participate in like a learning event first thing, and then we all have lunch together and kind of tour the Capitol. But we also get a chance for the kids to meet with legislators. So with our legislators. So we have time set aside for them to listen to the youth. So us as leaders do not say anything during these meetings. It is just for the kids to talk with legislators and let them know how they're being affected by things like availability, advertising. They've been instrumental. The kids have been instrumental in getting and helping the legislators understand and pass legislation on various substance use and availability and things like that. So it's very interesting. The legislators are very accommodating and welcoming, and they actually listen to the kids, and they use what they're telling them to pass legislation.
Yeah,
So
that's great. Yeah,
it's pretty incredible.
The big government legislators and officials listening to high school students.
And not high school, not just high school. We have middle school
Oh,
kids, and you should
seriously?
hear them, how articulate they are, how dedicated, focused, and knowledgeable they are about their brain health and about substance use and about how media affects their decision making and how they don't want that for substances. And it's pretty incredible. I mean, just sitting there listening to some of these kids that are in sixth grade
Oh yeah,
talk to
that's
legislators, it's pretty
saying
incredible.
sixth grade. I was definitely not talking to state
Me either.
legislators in Des Moines, but
No.
you know, those kids, they might end up being up there in the Capitol building or be alongside you at CSAC eventually. I mean, it all starts so young. That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like she said, I know the forms that were due, they're already passed. So anyone that'd be wanting to go to this event, that'd be next year.
Mhm.
And Clinton High students, it's available to them, right? The forms
Absolutely.
would be in the counseling office next year.
Yep.
Otherwise, can they email you?
Yeah,
about
they
these?
sure
Okay,
can.
Yeah, I can flash up her email up at the top
Yeah.
for the video, and yeah, seems like a really great opportunity.
We always have room for youth to get involved in our coalitions, and we need them. We need you guys, because that's our goal, is to address and focus on young people and preventing substance use, and we can't do that without your voice and your leadership. And the Comanche DeWitt Coalition specifically has been really instrumental in educating, training kids to become preventionists, and it's pretty inspiring, actually.
Yeah, for sure, and it's firsthand. Like you said, you work with ages 12 through 25. You work with the youth, so youth can see how it's going, see how the state handles it. Then they'll be more likely to even just tell their friends, like, "Hey, make sure you don't get into this type of stuff," or even take bigger steps. Like
Yeah.
you said, these sixth graders talking to state legislators. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's all I had for the interview. Is there anything else that you'd
No,
like to say?
I
before
really
we call
appreciate
it?
your time.
Yeah, thanks
you so
again
much.
for coming.
Yeah, as bueno.
Yeah, no.
Not good,
That-
I'd say.
That stands for English of no good.
Thanks, Dylan.
That was the
But yeah, drugs are pretty bad in our town. I feel like
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
there's a lot of. It's sad to see people on the side of the street.
Yeah.
It's like it just look dirty. Like
I feel bad, but also like
same time I don't feel bad because like you do it, but like
Yeah.
at the same time I do feel bad because like they're addicted and they can't like.
well, some people like struggle from
stuck.
like depression. That's how they get away from it.
Yeah.
But also, that's not a reason. Like that's no excuse for it.
Yeah, especially like a lot of kids our age. They're like,
Say geez for it. You don't agree with that?
it was just, you said it harshly. You're like, that's no excuse. I was like, what?
but like even a lot of kids our age like do drugs.
Yeah, I don't know
like,
why.
Smoke a lot of pot, do pills, do shrooms. It's
Really?
crazy. Yeah, I always see it around. It's insane to me. Because like I could
Crazy.
never do that.
No.
That is kind of.
Like imagine like what you're like. What like imagine what Coach Ludus would say. if he saw you like smoking pot.
Oh, he'd be so mad. That's why I don't do it. That's like one of the main factors.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really judge though, cause
No, I mean, but like same time though.
yeah, no, because I don't know what other people are going through in their
True.
life, but I also think it's a problem whether or not you're going through something or not.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah. There's always better alternatives.
For sure.
But stay safe out there. Don't do
Don't
drugs.
do drugs.
Absolutely.
Drugs are bad.
All
Stay
right.
in school.
Stay in school. Don't do drugs. You know the whole spiel.
Yep.
See you guys next week.